With Flash just opening, I think it's a good time to rank all 13 coasters at Six Flags Great Adventure. To be clear, there will be no defunct coasters on the list, so sorry, no Kingda Ka. Unfortunately, this list will be outdated pretty soon once the Kingda Ka replacement opens up, but oh well. Let's not waste any more time and drop into the list. I mean, of course it's last. Just look at it. Duh! It's not a bad coaster, but it's a kiddie coaster, so naturally, it's bringing up the rear. Same as Little Devil, Harley Quinn is just a kiddie coaster. It's a bit bigger than Little Devil, so that's why it's at 12, and the long trains are kinda cool, but other than that, this ride doesn't do much for me, which is okay. Moving into the family coasters now, starting with Dark Knight. It's better than the average Wild Mouse since it's indoors and has some theming to it, but it's still a Wild Mouse. These coasters are found all over the place, and so it's fine, but nothing more. Skull Mountain is just a fun time. I like that it's indoors, the facade looks great, at least when the mouth is there, and there's some decent airtime in the back going over the first drop. The ride definitely needs some theming on the inside, but it's decent for what it is. This coaster has a special place in my heart because it's one of my earliest memories on a coaster. This and Rolling Thunder, RIP, were two coasters that helped me get into coasters, along with... I remember this used to be my favorite coaster at the park, and I still have a fun time on it. It's a nice scenic tour through the woods, and that airtime hill just before the turn over the water is surprisingly good. Just an all-around fun ride train. Okay, this is where we start getting more serious.
Why so serious?
No more family rides, time for thrill coasters to take over, starting with Joker. I actually enjoy free spins more than most. They're fun rides, and the flips always catch you by surprise. Only thing is, well, it's short. Because it's such a short ride, I can't place it higher, but it's still fun. Medusa is a fun coaster. It's pretty smooth and it's good. I don't have much more to say. Floatus coasters aren't my favorite, aside from Kraken, but they're fun. It's a good supporting coaster for the park, and I appreciate that was the first ever B&M floorless. I really dig flying coasters, and even though Superman is about as basic as a flying coaster gets, it's still very fun. The pretzel loop is awesome. The rest of the ride isn't anything special, but the flying sensation it provides is still fun. This used to be one of my favorite coasters because of the flying sensation, but the wow factor wore off on me after a while. Still a good supporting coaster though. I'm not sure if this is a hot take that I don't have Flash higher, but it's still a very fun coaster. I've only been on this coaster once, so it's hard for me to compare this ride to rides I've done dozens of times, and as time goes on, I could see it rising on the list. I also waited 2 hours for this coaster, so that may make me a bit salty, but I'm gonna try and put that aside. Flash is a very fun, but short coaster. The hang time was awesome, and this is my first modern Vekoma thrill coaster, which was really cool. The forces aside from the hang time didn't blow me away, but it's very smooth and fun. Overall, a good addition to Great Adventure that I recommend riding. I went back and forth between Batman and Flash, but I started thinking about how non-stop Batman really is. It wastes no element or time, and Flash just doesn't quite pack the punch that Batman does for me. I think B&M inverts are great, and Batman is no exception. It's not the longest coaster, but every element hits, and that's why it's all the way up at number 4. Especially after Kingda Ka closed, basically everyone has the same top 3 now. Maybe Flash will make a push for people, but for me it's pretty clearly El Toro, Nitro, and Jersey Devil. This and number 2 are pretty close for me, but I feel like Jersey Devil is a bit more inconsistent in how it runs. Sometimes it'll be flying, and sometimes it just won't have the same punch. When it's flying though, it's damn good. The first drop and stall are probably my 2 favorite elements. Overall, it's a very good coaster that provides a unique sensation to the park by being a single rail. Nitro isn't my favorite in the park, but it's probably my most ridden coaster in the park. It's just pure fun, and to quote Theme Park Crazy, you can never go wrong with the B&M Hyper. The hills provide some very solid floater airtime, not the best but very solid, and the helix is awesome. There's a decent chance you will gray out on this helix, and it's arguably the best part of the ride. The final hills deliver decent floater, but the sense of speed in the front is also amazing. You feel on top of the world, and I'll always love Nitro, even if it isn't the best B&M Hyper. Yeah, it's not even close. Basically, every enthusiast will say that Toro is the best coaster in the park, and I will not disagree. The first drop, 2 camelbacks, and Rolling Thunder Hill give some of the best airtime you can find on a coaster. First drop is still my favorite first drop I've ever experienced. It's that good. The twister section at the end is very fun, and sure, the middle section isn't that great, but it's more than made up for. On my last ride, I rode in the second to back row, and it was also pretty smooth. Honestly, just avoid a wheel seat and you'll be fine. I thought it was smooth. El Toro is easily the best coaster at Great Adventure, and no matter how good the cow replacement will be, I can't imagine it outshining El Toro. There you have it. That's my ranking. Comment below your ranking of every coaster at Great Adventure, and if you enjoyed, why don't you like and subscribe. With that said, I've said my piece. Catch you next time.